Hinge, greetings from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I am Joy Harjo, and I'm honored to help celebrate Poetry Society of America's 110th birthday. Wow. I'm reading a poem from the 80s by Tlingit poet Nora Marks Dauenhauer from the newly published Norton Anthology of Native Nations Poetry. When the light of the world was subdued, our songs came through. The title of the poem is How to Make Good Baked Salmon. The model for the poem was from Acoma poet Simon Ortiz's poem, How to Make Good Chili Stew. Nora was a renowned translator of the Tlingit language and Athabascan language. A translator crosses back and forth between cultures to make connections. Even through her poem, even though the poem that I'm reading of hers is in English, Tlingit thought and perception provide the bones and spirit animating the bones of this poem. So I'll read Nora's poem, and I just want to say I really miss Nora. She was always there through my coming up of poetry and always inspired. So by reading this poem, I'm saying thank you, Meadow, Nora, because those kind of words move through time. How to Make Good Baked Salmon from the River. For Simon Ortiz and for all our friends and relatives who love it. It's best made in dry fish camp on a beach by a fish stream on sticks over an open fire or during fishing or during canning season. In this case, we'll make it in the city, baked in an electric oven on a black fry pan. Ingredients: barbecue sticks of alder wood. In this case, the oven will do. Salmon, river salmon, current supermarket cost $4.99 a pound. In this case, salmon poached from the river. Seal oil or olachen oil. In this case, butter or Wesson oil if available. Directions: to butcher, split head up the jaw, cut through, remove gills, split from throat down the belly, gut. But make sure you toss all to the seagulls and the ravens because they're your kin, and make sure you speak to them while you're feeding them. Then split down along the backbone and through the skin. Enjoy how nice it looks when it's split. Push steak through flesh and skin like pushing a needle through cloth so that it hangs on stakes while cooking over a fire made from alder wood. Then sit around and watch the slime on the salmon begin to dry out. Notice how red the flesh is and how silvery the skin looks. Watch and listen to the grease crackle and smell its delicious aroma drifting around on a breeze. Mash some fresh berries to go along for dessert. Pour seal oil in with a little water. Set aside. In this case, put the poached salmon in a fry pan. Smell how good it smells while it's cooking because it's so important. Cut up an onion. Put in a small dish. Notice how nice this smells too and how good it will taste. Cook a pot of rice to go along with salmon. Find some soy sauce to put on rice, maybe borrow some. In this case, think about how nice the berries would have been after the salmon, but open a can of fruit cocktail instead. Then go out by the cool stream and get some skunk cabbage because it's biodegradable to serve the salmon from. Before you take back the skunk cabbage, you can make a cup out of one to drink from the cool stream. In this case, plastic forks, paper plates, and cups will do, and drink cool water from the faucet. To serve. After smelling smoke and fish and watching the cooking, smelling the skunk cabbage and the berries mixed with seal oil, when the salmon is done, put salmon on steaks on the skunk cabbage and pour some seal over it and watch the oil run into the nice cooked flaky flesh, which has now turned pink. Shoo mosquitoes off the salmon and shoo the ravens away, but don't insult them because mosquitoes are known to be ashes of the cannibal giant, and raven is known to take off with just about anything. In this case, dish out paper plates from fry pans. Serve to all relatives and friends you have invited to the barbecue and those who love it. And think how good it is we have good spirits that still bring salmon and oil to eat. Everyone knows that you can eat just about every part of the salmon, so I don't have to tell you that you start from the head because it's everyone's favorite. You take it apart bone by bone, but make sure you don't miss the eyes, the cheeks, the nose, and the very best part, the jawbone. You start on the mandible with the glottalized alveolar fricative action as expressed in the tlingit verb alsos. Chew on the tasty, crispy skins before you start on the bones. Eee, how delicious! Then you start on the body by sucking on the fins with the same action. Include the crispy skins, then the meat with grease dripping all over it. Have some cool water from the stream or the salmon. In this case, water from the faucet will do. Enjoy how the water tastes sweeter with salmon. When done, toss the bones to the ravens and seagulls and mosquitoes, but don't throw them in the salmon stream because the salmon have spirits and don't like to see the remains of their kin among them in the stream. In this case, put bones in plastic bag to put in dumpster. Now settle back to a storytelling session while someone feeds the fire. In this case, small talk and jokes with friends will do while you drink beer. If you shouldn't drink beer, tea or coffee will do nicely. Gunalchish for coming to my barbecue. And Gunalchish, Nora Dauenhauer, for your poems and your presence. Motto.